So, how do you build discipline when you have absolutely no motivation? I mean, it's a question that hits all of us, right? You get that initial caffeine-fueled excitement for a new project or goal, and then boom, it inevitably fades. You're just left staring at all the heavy lifting. Well, in today's explainer, we're going to answer exactly that, pulling from some incredibly grounded and actionable insights.
Okay, let's dive into this explainer and the source channel we're looking at today, Roddyscoach. Basically, we've distilled their core philosophy into a super clear, actionable blueprint for you. Because, this isn't just about feeling temporarily inspired for an afternoon. It's about fundamentally rewiring how you approach your own personal and professional growth.
To put things into perspective, 52. That is the number of videos currently driving this emerging community, right alongside their 176 dedicated subscribers. And honestly, it proves a vital point right out of the gate. You absolutely do not need a massive platform to start doing the work and unlocking human potential. Real, sustainable growth. It starts small, and it starts exactly where you are right now.
All right, so let's hit Section 1, Hidden Potential, and the key to unlocking greatness.
The core mission statement of this community is pretty clear: keeping humanity motivated and bringing out the hidden potentials in our lives. As they say in their bio, this is a dedicated space for growth, business insights, and just turning dreams into reality. But I really want you to focus on the word hidden here. It's kind of like a giant puzzle, right? The core belief is that the greatness you're looking for isn't something you have to go out and find. It's already inside of you, just waiting for the right framework to bring it to the surface.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 2, the power of mindset, and making that crucial mental shift.
This core mantra, pulled straight from one of their motivational shorts, is simple but super profound. Believe, achieve, leap together. You can really see the logical progression here. First, you've got to believe internally. That is your absolute baseline. Once that's locked in, you put in the daily work to achieve. But that final step, leap together, that's a real game changer. It highlights that while the mental work is on you, ultimate achievement usually comes from collective energy. Moving forward with a community that gets your vision.
And this brilliantly illustrates how the channel's content perfectly mirrors this mindset duality in practice. If we break it down, motivation sits at 27 videos, and growth is right next to it with 25. It's basically a 50-50 split. You absolutely need the motivation to spark the fire for sure, but you equally need the practical, actionable growth strategies to actually keep the whole shebang burning long term.
But hey, what happens when that initial spark fades? Let's look at Section 3, build discipline and overcoming no motivation.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the stark contrast between the temporary struggle of having zero motivation and the permanent mindset shift of building discipline. We all experience that frustrating feeling of just waiting around for inspiration to strike, but the permanent structural solution, it's discipline. You don't wait for motivation to arrive. Instead, you build discipline so it can carry you through those exact moments when motivation has totally left the building.
So the crucial point is this exact equation for success from the creator. Small disciplines every day equals massive breakthroughs. I want you to really absorb this formula. Notice it doesn't say massive, exhausting actions, right? It says small disciplines. It's those unglamorous, repetitive, everyday tasks that compound over time into massive, life-changing breakthroughs.
Of course, doing small disciplines every single day is never a perfectly straight, easy line. You're going to hit walls. That brings us to Section 4, setbacks to growth, and building that mental resilience.
Here is a literal blueprint for mental resilience that the creator shared in a community post. Step 1. Frame setbacks as a growth path. Don't look at a failure as the end of the road. View it as the exact path you need to walk to get better. Step 2. Maintain consistency. Keep showing up, especially when it's tough. And Step 3. Celebrate small wins. This is absolutely crucial for your emotional stamina. Sustainable success isn't built on one giant victory. It's built on a foundation of thousands of tiny recognized wins.
To execute that blueprint, you really have to, quote, trust the process of your own transformation. And let's be honest, transformation is messy. It's rarely comfortable. Well, actually, scratch that. It's almost never comfortable when you're in the middle of it. But trusting the process means having total faith that your daily disciplines and reframed setbacks are actively working in your favor, even if you can't quite see the finish line just yet. Let's move to and see how this builds perfectly into this next core truth. Every phase brings you one step closer to clarity. This is just such an empowering way to view your journey. The confusion, the friction, or the frustration you might be feeling right now, it's just a phase. And rather than being a roadblock, that specific phase is actively pushing you forward, acting as a stepping stone toward a crystal clear vision of what you're capable of.
When you combine that clarity with daily discipline, we reach our fifth and final section for today: sustainable success and turning dreams to reality.
Just look at this deeply personal milestone shared with the community. Closer I am watching my dreams coming to reality. You can literally feel the emotion and the real-world payoff of doing the daily work here. It's not theoretical anymore. When you apply the blueprint, when you actively choose discipline over fleeting motivation, and you trust the messy process, you actually get to watch your dreams materialize right in front of you. No joke.
Which leads us with the ultimate question, taken straight from the title of one of their most impactful videos. Are you ready to unlock your greatness? We've laid out the entire blueprint today. We've seen that the secret doesn't lie in waiting for inspiration, but it starts with small, daily disciplines. The tools are literally right in front of you. So I'll leave you with this to think about. What small discipline are you going to start today to begin unlocking your hidden potential? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time as we continue to visually map out the ideas that shape our potential.